Coverage. It's when a writer submits something they've written to a production company, studio, or network, and a professional reader does a report on it. If they like it, they kick it up to the next level. They usually say no to it because they get way more submissions than they could ever produce. A few years ago, my literary manager sent a copy of my novel to a production company. The idea was, since I'm a TV guy, let's see if we get TV people interested in making it into a series, if it's a hit as a book, and using that as leverage to get the book published with one of the big 5 publishers. This is the coverage my book got. I'll put it up here while I read some snippets. You could listen to me, or you could pause and read the whole thing. Critique. Falling into Shadow is a goldmine of a story, rich in bounds of awe-inspiring narratives that are all presented in a manner ripe for TV plucking. Extreme climates, implantable chips, riots, shadow demons. This manuscript froths with topical elements. Pileggi impresses with his ability to unveil a hyper-detailed new world rooted in a strong cast of characters. More than 30,000 years in the future, humans have managed to fail or destroy migrating to 5 new planets, and they're now trying for a moon. An eco-dystopia setting alludes to the pressing matters of climate change on Earth today. Most strikingly, of course, is the shadow demons at the heart of the plot, which multiply in living host and require quarantines like a nightmarish reimagination of a virus. Brilliantly, Pileggi has a strong hand with both world building and characters, able to craft an ultimately fully formed, enthralling experience. Critical aspects of the story's universe are grounded in the arcs of his characters, as if each person was chosen to showcase one aspect of the world. Everyone has clear motivations that tangle with others in political, romantic, and filial complexities. To build the world around them, we're fed wildly inventive concepts at every turn. An Eden woman that pulses between young and old as she glimpses the future, stackable apartments made for transport when the climate becomes unlivable. Pileggi understood his vivid story would translate well to the screen, and so he made sure the novel's presentation could be read almost like a script. We're thrust into action, planted unheard of terms, and gifted clarification through snappy dialogue. The chapter structure, which switches between different characters, reads like tight scenes, each boasting either a juicy reveal, a punchy action moment, or a character development. Falling into Shadow seems to be trying to seduce TV producers, and writers and directors would have a field day. The only hesitation would be the mind-boggling budget needed to bring such an astronomical sci-fi drama to the screen. So, in a process where most get rejected, I got an astounding yes. Then I thought my manager was using this to get publishers. Instead, he spent the next few years trying to get a book agent, and all of them wanted me to rewrite it and chase whatever trends were hot at the moment. Keep in mind, I worked in TV for over 25 years, and I can't tell you how many pilots I wrote that people liked, but then fell apart because a new show came out and became a breakout hit, and now every studio and network wanted a carbon copy of the new flavor of the month, instead of realizing it became a hit because it was not a carbon copy of everything that came before. I decided to publish it on my own because I had no interest in listening to agents that wanted me to copy The Hunger Games or ACOTAR or whatever book was hot at that particular moment. I realize you have to be aware of the marketplace, but I also think copying trends is the killer of originality. So check out Falling into Shadow, and when it's the hottest show on streaming, you could say you were one of the people who read it early on.